focus more on the multiple transactions of money economy, which we're having right now. The goods and the services, the flow of the money, and that of the goods and services involved. So for today, it's a beautiful Sunday morning as I recorded this lesson. I welcome you all for this lesson and God bless to all of us. Good morning, my students under Contemporary Word Course. We are now in lesson 4 of our discussion. So we will be discussing more of the money economy, which is the kind of economy that we have on this contemporary time. First and foremost, we have to discuss the kind of economy that we have during the ancient period. A fisherman who wanted to have fish all the time would look for a farmer in order to exchange his goods with a fish. So say for example, it is 1 kilometer away. So he really has to walk through that in order to reach the farmer. So the fisherman would have rice in exchange of fish. But there is no money involved. There is only the item, the product, and the services rendered. So what kind of economy would that be? Okay, so that is a barter economy. That was the kind of economy during the ancient time. Now, when did money economy started? Oh, before Christ there was already money economy. So, for example, when Jesus was being betrayed by Judas, what did they use? Judas said that you have to kiss, I will kiss the person whom we call Jesus. So in exchange of that, he get paid. So there were already money at the time, diba? Barter. This is no longer barter. There's already money involved. Right now, when a fisherman wanted to have a rice, he would just sell his fish to anyone else, anybody else. Then he would have the money in order to buy for the fish from the fisherman. So right now the fisherman needs to sell his fish and the farmer needs to sell his rice in order to have money, and immediately thereafter they could have their demanded product just using money. The kind of money that the Philippines is using is what we call as Philippine peso. We are using right now the currency, Philippine peso. We use the Philippine peso because in Mexico, it also uses peso, but it's not Philippine peso. They're using peso currency. Here we use Philippine money in pesos. Now, in a multilateral transaction of money economy, we will be using already, as you see the board in the screen, 4 characters. We have the fisherman, the lawyer, the farmer, and the doctor. So in order for them to have money, they would exchange the goods and services in order to start with the money. So the cycle should not stop. The flow should not stop with the money. It is continuous. So say for example, lawyer. What would the lawyer do in order to have money? The lawyer needs a client in order to have a money. So he has to render service. In return of the services rendered, he would be paid based on the services rendered. The farmer, in order to have money, needs to harvest his rice or, for example, vegetable. And he needs to sell them in order to get the money he needed. For the doctor, what does the doctor need in order to have money? He needs to practice his profession. He needs to make an operation if he's a surgeon. So in that way, he could have money. And how about the fisherman? The fisherman has to sell his catch, sell the fish in order to have money. So as you can see in the screen, the lawyer needs to have rice because he is a human being. He needs to eat rice. So what would he do? He would pay money to the farmer in order that the farmer would give him rice. Where did the lawyer get the money? Later on we will discuss. Just follow the flow. So the farmer now has the money in order to have what? Operation. kailangan niya ng operasyon. Say, for example, may bukol siya or something, he needs the help of the doctor. So, he would now go to the doctor and the doctor would render service. Ang tanong, may pambayad ba si farmer? Mayroon. Kasi binigyan siya ng pera ni lawyer in return of the rice given to the lawyer. So, the doctor now has the money because he performed operation to the farmer. Ano kayang sakit ng farmer? For example, tuberculosis, kidney, prostate cancer, or whatever it is. Now, papunta tayo sa doctor. Sa doctor naman ay kailangan niyang kumain. Karamihan ng mga doctor, health conscious talaga yan. So, yung doctor ay kailangan ng bumili ng isda. Hindi siya kumakain ng karne. So, dito, pupunta siya sa fisherman or no, he needs to buy a fish from the market. So, in return of the fish, he has to give the money which he got from the farmer. So, the fisherman now, man, ay may edad na sinisiling na kwarta, may dinhay pambayad. Abogado, kasi kailangan niya ng defendehan kasi may kaso siya. Ano ang kaso niya? Rape? Hindi naman rape. Rape sa sirena, hindi. Rape, sorry. Ano ang kanyang kailangan? Kailangan niya ang lawyer kasi may kaso siya. For example, he was using dynamite in fishing. So, kailangan siyang dependahan ng lawyer. So, may pera na siya pambayad sa lawyer. So, as you can see, the cycle should be continuous. The flow of money should not stop. It should be continuous. And the flow of the services also is continuous. That is our focus for today's activity. For your activity today, you'll be making your own multilateral transaction of money economy. So you need to have 4 characters. Do not copy the character here in this screen. But you can use 2 additional for your say for example, you're gonna borrow lawyer, pwede. Or isa lang, or si farmer, pwede. Basta 4 na characters rin ang gagawin mo sa transaction na i-illustrate mo sa long bond paper. Sa gagawin mong activity, lagyan mo ng picture kung sino ang inilagay mo. Policeman, teacher, car seller, or lawyer. So, depende yun sa gagamitin mo. Lagyan mo rin ng picture. Sa baba ng flow ng activity ay lagyan mo ng discussion. The discussion is 1 whole sheet of paper. Okay? 1 whole yellow paper. Yung illustration mo ay ilagay mo sa long bond paper. Okay? That is our only activity for this week's meeting. Thank you. Make sure you can submit the activity within 2 days. Within 2 days only. So, you have to submit your activity on or before September 24. Thank you.